options when it comes to the soil. Some people, some growers, us included, sometimes we like to moisten the soil first and get it nice and wet before we plant anything in. We have experimented a lot of different ways with these grow bags, and we've decided that starting with dry soil makes it a little bit easier to fill the bags and to plant it, and then we'll water it later. But if you're at home and you're not using these bags and you feel the need to go ahead and wet your soil first, you can absolutely do that. But this is the way we're doing it today. So you have your bag. Sorry, we've got some things blowing away with the wind. I'm going to set this right there so that it doesn't, whoa, it's moving on its own. Thank you, Tanya. All right, so I'm going to set this bag aside. And if you're at home, I know we're outside in the dirt, so we don't have a problem making a huge mess. But if you're at home in your kitchen, you might want to set a cookie tray or some sort of tray to catch any stray soil or anything like that. Our flowers are kind of tipping a little bit. I'd like to talk about this wind since it's an active member of this presentation. The wind, I know sometimes it can be annoying, but we are still grateful and we want to pay homage to the role it has to play in the reseeding process. So when a plant dies and their seeds are ready, so annual plants that produce seeds like sunflowers, when it dies and the seed is ready, this wind comes through and it shakes the head and it carries the seeds to another location so that new plants can grow and sprout. So I thought on this beautiful Earth Day, it's good to pay homage to all aspects of the earth, including the wind, because sometimes it doesn't get enough credit. All right, so here we go. You have your beautiful kit ready to go. The next thing you're going to do, you're going to set that aside and you're going to grab your seeds. Ta-da! So you have your seeds and you're going to carefully open it. They are smaller seeds, they're on the smaller side, and we have chosen teddy bear sunflower seeds. And we love teddy bears for so many reasons. We just love them so much. Just a second. That wind is showing us some love too, I guess. All right, so part of the reason, it knocked down my, that's all right. This is all part of farming. You're getting like a real taste right now. We got to farm in all sorts of weather and we just make it work. So that's what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna use my soil bag to kind of prop up my bag so the wind doesn't take it again. Back to teddy bear sunflowers. They are really poofy blooms and they are just lovely and the cutest little sunflower bloom you've ever seen. What's great about them too is they're actually dwarf sunflowers. So that means that they don't get very tall. They only get to about 3 to 4 feet depending on the container or bed that they're planted in. So if you don't have a flower bed to plant in, you can absolutely transplant into a flower pot and they're not going to totally take over. And they'll just add a little bit of joy and brightness to your day when they sprout. So you'll pull out 2 seeds. And don't worry if you drop some or lose some, there are some extra seeds in there. That's why we did 2 per container so that you had almost a guaranteed chance of germination. So you're going to take your 2 seeds and you'll hold those in your hand. Then you're going to take your planting pot. Then you're going, can you see? Okay, so you'll take your finger. I've left a little bit of soil, so you'll want your soil to be slightly higher than what I've done, but this is absolutely enough if that's what you have. You'll take a finger and you're going to dig a little bit of a hole on one side and a little bit on the other side as well. And it's going to flop around a little bit, so you may do one and then the other, and you want it to be about a 1/2 inch deep. So that's going to be right where, approximately where your nail ends or where your first knuckle is, depending on your hand. Then you'll take your seed and super simple, you just drop it right in that hole. And then you very gently tuck your seed in, and then you make another hole on the other side. So you're gonna make a little hole, it's about 1/2 inch deep. you're gonna take your seed, you're gonna drop it in. My dirt is moving around a little bit because of the wind, so I'm gonna press my seed down just slightly. You don't wanna pack it in because it needs lots of air to breathe. And then, can you see? All right, and then you're gonna tuck it in. So just the same way you'd wanna be tucked into bed, you just gently tuck it in with the soil, and you're gonna pat it down just slightly. You don't want to make it too dense or anything, but you're just gonna tuck it in the same way you would wanna be. Just pat it down just a little bit, just like that. And there you go. So you have planted your sunflower seeds.
Boom.
Boom. Now you have this. So you have your little seed packet. If you have several, you're gonna repeat that step with the other little pots that you have. And then you are going to take some sort of tray. So it could be a plate, or we have here like baking trays that we've been using, or you could use a cake tray, really any sort of saucer that works. Is this too shiny? It's blinding everybody?
No,
okay,
it's fine.
so we're gonna use this as our tray. I'm gonna hold it down so the wind doesn't take it away. And you're gonna set your plants. Woo! Get a little entertainment with it. All right. Can everyone still hear me? Yeah? Still hear me? All right, awesome. If you are just tuning in, my name is Lillian, and we are having a little virtual planting party. Thank you, Isa. Isa is collecting all of our supplies that are blown away. We are having a little virtual planting party to celebrate Mother Earth. This is Earth Day. Happy Earth Day, everybody. So we're using our teddy bear sunflower kits to plant some seeds. All right, so we have planted our seeds in our biodegradable pots. Thank you so much, Isa. We have planted our seeds, and then you're gonna find some sort of saucer to put them in so that when you water, they don't spill everywhere all over your counter. Isa, can you do me a favor? Can you hold this tray for me, please? Thank you so much. Okay, so then you're gonna take your watering can. If you don't have a watering can, no problem. You can use a drinking glass or water bottle, anything, any vessel that holds water to use it. One thing you want to be aware of or mindful of when you water these seeds is the pressure that comes out of whatever you're using to water. You don't want to move the seeds around too much as you water. So if you don't have a watering can with a spout, like I don't have one that has that sort of rainfall spout, you're gonna, the wind was taken out. Thank you, Isa. So if you don't have that, you will create that sort of rain waterfall effect with your fingers. So what you're gonna do, I'm gonna put this in the corner so it doesn't blow away. You're gonna take your fingers and hold it above, and that's gonna help guide the water so it doesn't spill everywhere. And you'll notice that the water is gonna stand a little bit at the top, and you'll just wait for it to soak all the way down, and then you'll do another couple rounds of watering. So you're gonna water slightly, make sure you don't move the seeds around too much, and you'll do that a few times. You wanna make sure to saturate all of the soil. So as I mentioned earlier, we started with really dry soil, and we did that to make it a little bit easier to plant and easier to fill these bags. But you want to make sure that now that your seeds are planted, you want them nice and saturated this first time. This is the first time the soil is meeting water, so let them get nice and acquainted.